shoppers. Can I get a fucking oh yeah? Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Frolfcenter. Today is August the 27th. It's 2020. I'm Austin Lytle. As always, I've got my boys with me, Adam, Cody. What are you guys drinking on tonight? I got my classic G13 Sweetwater, local brand.
Nice. I'm kind of Atlanta United out right now. I got the Rowdy and Proud from Three Taverns, and I'm wearing the ball cap because all the Frolfer stuff's getting washed right now. It's kind of nasty after Buzzard Roost. So,
Nice.
Real quick, guys, we have a pretty incredible giveaway. I'm sure you saw it on Instagram. We got a bunch of the Skeet, Cyanski, Bass stamped Innova discs. We had a Halo Roadrunner, an I-Dye Champ Leopard, and a DX AVR we're going to be giving away a little later. Stick around for that. You're going to have to be live to win. So before we get into any all that good stuff, it's the 1100 rated hype man himself, Mr. Cody Vitale.
What's up, guys? Doing great this week. Drinking on a little R&D 7 Saturdays out of Durham, North Carolina. Lovely all-day IPA yet again. And right now we're going to go to Maxwell Glenrise with the weather.
Hello there. My name is Maxwell Glenrise, and today your weather is cloudy, a little humid, quite melty, with a chance of disc golf. For tonight, we're going to avoid hurricanes, and I know what you're thinking. More disc golf in the morning. That's right. Thank you very much, and I hope your weekend is full of disc golf.
Perfect.
I feel like there's a subliminal message in there somewhere, though. Like, definitely weird. Definitely got something around there.
Thank you, Maxwell, for the weather.
All right,
Well,
boys. We got a big episode tonight. Joining us shortly will be Mr. Kevin McCoy. You guys know him if you're from Atlanta. If you don't, you're going to get to know him tonight. So,
I'm wearing my Kevin McCoy hat I got from the Dundee something or another.
yeah, probably one of
Very
the flex starts or something.
And if you guys are tuning
Uh-oh. Did we lose Cody?
Kevin
What'd
McCoy
you say?
is it?
If you're tuning in from what?
I said if you're tuning in from out of state or don't know who Kevin McCoy is, he is a tournament director. He is a course designer. He's all around great golfer. So I can't wait for him to get on here tonight.
Oh yeah.
There we go. There we
There's
go.
Jesse.
Paul Bell had it a little bit backwards.
Nice.
Yo.
Chris Saxon, his week is now better. I'm assuming he's had mustard today.
Yeah.
He's got to assume he's had that mustard. He sent me the backstory behind that. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. Johnny Avery with a 420 as always. That seems to be pretty much the norm for him.
So, how'd you guys play over the weekend?
Cody, you played Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Sunday, one round times. I missed all the easy holes, but I played good. I was like the 4 easy birdies, I missed all of those. And so kind of put myself out of contention. 7th place out of 11 or 12 or 13.
That's a private course,
Not
right?
much bad.
Lee Valley or whatever, Lee Farms.
No,
For me, at my
it's
tournament. Sorry.
No, it's public. They've got turf tee pads they just put in. They have 2 different – it's just like Oregon Park. They have 2 tee pads and at least 2 baskets on every hole. It's just a lot more wooded. Great course.
Yeah, I always enjoyed turf tee pads.
Yeah.
I think I just made a couple of mental mistakes this weekend. After going back and rethinking everything, if I would have just thought out my situation a little bit more and made the right decision, I think I could have, definitely could have been in contentions with where I was. I mean, it came in 11th out of 28, 30 people, but it's not where you want to be.
That's where I was. 11th out of, I think, 32. So
Yeah. It's a decent finish, but it's not exactly where you want to be,
Yeah, it was definitely one of those things where I was like, if I had 2 strokes better each round, I would have been way up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was scratching and clawing to get it. So once again, guys, if you're just tuning in, we're waiting on Mr. Kevin McCoy to show up so we can talk about Southern Nationals, talk about all that other good stuff. But overall, I want to say Buzzard Roost was fun. I had a really good time. Like, I don't want to say anything negative about it. That's been discussed to death. But it was good to see Tim out there. Good to see everyone helping Tim out since he had a kind of rough week. So
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was cool. Hey, without further ado, Austin, do you want to give this man the proper introduction?
Yeah, dude. This is one of my favorite disc golfers. Somebody I've looked up to in the Atlanta disc golf scene. He's definitely a living legend in the game. He's been around since 1993 in the disc golf world. PDGA number 9453. Over 163 wins. Course designer, like Cody said, and overall good guy. And your tournament director for the 2020 Southern Nationals Disc Golf Championships, Mr. Kevin McCoy.
There he is.
How y'all doing?
What up,
Great,
man?
Welcome to the green room.
Nice.
Am I in the green room? You know why we call it the green room?
Why is that?
I mean, you got any idea?
I mean, yeah, you got to have the green in the green room.
Whoa. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, he wants to. Yeah, there we go.
We're rolling in putts in here, bro.
Oh, what a perfect green room.
It's a room with a green. I love it.
Oh my God, I'm turning my office into that.
I'm Googling AstroTurf right now.
I think Kevin's got the hookup on in the AstroTurf.
No, I thought I wasn't sure what kind of show this was. I'd see where we're getting off in green room and stuff. But anyway, I think we're going through it now. So ready for Southern Nationals. Got the flex starts kicking off tomorrow, which is pretty cool. Got a good deal for the amateurs. You can come out here and play, and you get a $20 gift certificate for DGU, or, you can pick up one of these bass discs that are basically selling for like $45, $50 online. So basically, I'm paying you $30 to come play. So
Nice.
flex starts Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and next Thursday. One round at each course. So check it out on Disc Golf Scene. If you're free and available, come check it out.
Oh yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there on Saturday.
So we've got a lot of questions about Southern Nationals coming up, but for all our viewers who want to get to know you, what was your first disc golf experience?
Oh, well, my first disc golf experience wasn't very good. I lived pretty close to McClure Park, and I saw disc golf and knew what it was, but I didn't have the equipment. Used to go to the Continental Basketball Association, the Tulsa Fast Breakers. Way back in the day, we would go to the stadium, and they'd throw Frisbees up in the stands. And, of course, I had to get like 7 or 8 of them. But they're just the fastback Frisbees that don't fly very well, and tried to go out in the Oklahoma wind and throw one of them fastbacks, and it's paper plate. So I was like, this game's dumb. What are we doing? Let's go do something else. Go play some golf. I'm a golfer. So I let it sit by for about 2 or 3 years, and my homeboy that I used to play golf with says, hey, man, let's go play some golf. And I was like, yeah, where are we going? Mohawk, La Fortune? He goes, no, we're going to play some disc golf. And I was like, no. I've already tried that. Whack. And he said,
Whack. He
try it again. He put some disc golf or some golf disc in my hand, and I was hooked immediately. Went and bought 2 discs that night, a pink shark and a yellow scorpion. And let's go.
Let's go.
I went from, thinking it was funny to playing about 100 holes a day. I took a job as a pizza delivery boy so I could work at night and play golf all day, play disc golf all day. So I caught the bug in a hurry. Matter of fact, in 93, I won the Riverside Glide Novice. And in 94, I won the Riverside Glide Open.
Wow.
I spent 1 year just freaking saying, I want to play this game.
I was actually almost about to ask you that question, how long it took you to develop into an open player, but we just got the answer there. So,
well, I was playing baseball in college, and right when I got done my senior year at playing ball, baseball was done, and I needed that competitive something. Softball was cool. I like playing softball, but kind of beer drinking. It's kind of like having a good time. I needed something with some edge on it, like we were playing for something. And disc golf provided that. We had a really strong club in Tulsa. It was great to get along with those guys, get out, and they were all kind of guys about my age, and we'd gamble for $5-$6 here and there. You know, it was great. And just caught the bug, and then all of a sudden started venturing out and going out of town to play some tournaments, and met up with some crazy cats like Mitch McCoy and stuff, Mitch Mike, and started being a touring disc golfer. Who would have known?
Yeah. And speaking of catching the buzz, and you know, you do so much for the sport. When did you decide that you could make it like a full-time job, make a career out of it?
I wasn't really sure. I'd been picked up by Discraft. They'd actually put me in it was Ron Russell's old black Dodge van, and I was traveling a little bit, but I was still a little unsure about myself. But I went up and won a bunch of money in Toronto. I don't know if I won the tournament or I won a bunch of money in the skins. And came back to Detroit, where I was stationed in for Discraft, and saw that there was a tournament in California next weekend, SoCal Championships. I was like, man, I just won a bunch of money to see how much a plane ticket is. And plane ticket from Detroit to LA was like $148. So I was like, let's go. I'll call it my homeboy Steve Wisecup, world champion. He lives in Ontario. He can hook me up. We'll go out there and do our thing. And I went out there blind, and California is full of phenomenal golfers. And I went out there and I got second. I mean, me and Stevie Rico battled it out for second. We got our brains kicked in by Bobby Music. That was his home course. He beat us by 6 or 7. I don't know what it was, but you know, once I knew that I could go from Toronto, fly into California, and almost have a chance to win the tournament with, I mean, California's best, you know, the winning crew. You know, SoCal Championships was a pretty big event. So once I started, you know, seeing that I could do that, I was like, okay, let's take this serious for a little bit.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
All right, last question for you from me. Do you have a favorite disc golf memory you want to tell us about?
Oh shit. I don't know. I threw some stuff out there about one of the.
We'll get to a little bit of that. But do you have like an all-star moment, winning world, something like that?
G-rated disc golf moment?
No, you know, really the world doubles, the first world doubles, actually this was the third in all my world doubles, but the first one that I won with Brad Hammock in Texas, I crashed my car on the way down there, totaled the car, had whiplash. Brad had to come pick me up. You know, a lot of you folks that land old Junebug, old Hammock, he had to come pick me up about an hour away from the place, and I was all hobbled. I was all whiplash and shit. Matter of fact, I sold my car to the wrecker for $500 on the spot. It was that bad.
Wow.
So we go to World Doubles, and I'm like, man, I don't know what I can give you, man. I don't know what I can give you. But it seemed like for some reason when adversity hits, man,
that's the time to turn it on.
And then for some reason we had the lead going to the last round, and Brad was carrying me most of the way because, you know, I was hobbled, but that back nine, they were just about to reel us in, and I aced. I threw this ridiculous shot. It was they had a little tunnel down a gap where you threw, and it was real fast with a creek behind it. And I was like, screw this. Let's go over the top. Let's just splash it in. And so threw the big old giant knife shot, and literally it's one of those original Innova baskets that had the triangle tops. It went through the top of the basket in for an ace.
Wow.
Sealed the deal. Once we got that stroke, we got 2 strokes on that hole, got up 4, done deal.
Oh God, that's a great memory.
Yeah,
that's a really good one. So you're kind of like a disc golf renaissance man in that you sell plastics, you do tournaments, you do some coaching, you design courses, and you're still winning tournaments here and there. If you had to pick one of those avenues of like your disc golf life, which one would you stick with? Like, which one's the most satisfying to you?
I love designing courses, of course. I've got to work with some real gems in Oklahoma. I've got some decent pieces of property coming up here in Georgia. But for the most part, we've been working with what we got. I feel like Tyus, we got the best out of that park. I mean, being a multi-use park, you have some disadvantages. So you can only do so much. But at the same time, I feel like we did a really good job with that one. Travis Stowell helped me out with that one. But I just really love designing the course. I love making a challenge for people. I like to make golfers better with my courses. So I like to have a lot of open fairways to make people shape shots. They're not typically used to throwing. I feel like if you start shaping shots, you can start playing with pros. I got one of my homeboys down on the south side, Will Brady. He's a little baller, and he's kind of one of those guys that just started playing in Griffin, and you can see he just really started learning how to shape a golf shot. And man, he didn't have such a good weekend this last weekend in Douglasville, but I feel like he can go anywhere and be a competitive force. So that's what I really are happy about when I put in courses to make golfers better. The time when I was in Tulsa, the Blackhawk course, we put Blackhawk. Tulsa was full of pitch and putt courses. There was months where I get like 12 aces, 12, 15 aces. There was such a lot of pitch and putt courses. But we needed to evolve into a different level of courses. And we built Blackhawk. In 2 years, we had 5 players from Tulsa in the top 25 at USDGC. And that was all because they started learning how to shape shots. And then once they started going out on the road, they could compete. So, and the funny thing is, 4 of those 5 people moved away. And now Devin moved away. So we've all moved away from Tulsa, and we're all worth a damn anymore. So.
Pretty awesome. So where do you think, like, having seen the entire sport encapsulated in your like full-on experience of disc golf, what do you think the next 15 years looks like for disc golf? What's going to change the most in the next 15 years of disc golf?
Wow. You know what? Tell you the truth, I'm not sure, because this huge growth that we're experiencing right now could change everything. There's no telling who's picking up a disc during this time right now, during this COVID mess, because this golf industry is experiencing one of its biggest booms ever. And like I say, Jeff Bezos could be taking up disc golf right now. Who knows? I don't know. I honestly don't know what it's going to look like 5-10 years from now. But I do know that we're trending in the right direction.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Speaking of trending in the right direction.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, where do you see yourself? All right, whatever. No, you touched a little bit on designing courses, and you've been building, like you said, you've been building that giant scene in the south side of Atlanta. And I think I can speak on the behalf of the disc golf community. Thank you. It's an hour drive for me, but I look forward to that hour drive because those courses just make you a better golfer, like you said. I want to a little base on the course designing. When you first step on a property, is there something that you seek out on the property? Like, is there something that excites you the most?
I usually look for nice landscapes, scenic, eye-popping, calendar-looking stuff. Big trees, really big, mature hardwoods. That's the kind of stuff I look for. I like to make it as player-friendly as possible. You might notice that most of my courses will have a loop on each 9, so you can get in and out if you want to. It's easy to get people out on the course. Coming from the golf industry, you come back to the clubhouse at 9 and get a beer, even if it's
absolutely,
or whatever, to get a beverage. I just feel like that's the kind of thing to do. And I just try to be responsible to the golfers and try to keep them out of mud piles, look at topography maps and stuff. And I hate to go out to a golf course and ruin my shoes. So, I look for low spots and stuff to try to avoid those. That's kind of the first couple of things I look for. But definitely, if I can find that calendar shot, the hole I want to look out on calendar and see. That's kind of start at.
Yeah, that hole at Grass Valley. By the way, we went out to Grass Valley last week and not knowing we weren't going to play it. And or like a couple of weekends ago, But there was no signage anywhere, but it was so easy to navigate. You could almost just like depict where you were going. And that hole that's on the edge of the lake, the par 5.
Oh yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah, if you put the ropes up, that one's fun, and that par 3 that's on the other side of the lake are both like calendar worthy shots. I enjoyed those.
Yeah, those are nice, but you're gonna really get excited when you see it across the street.
Yeah, and we drove down there first, and we didn't realize where parking was for Grass Valley, but we saw all the flags that you had marked out there, and we kind of like took a little walk out to the secondary lake that's back there, and saw some stuff.
Yeah, it was. They just cut the grass today, so it's a little high. We probably saw it, but it's so crazy in that area over the grass grows so fast, so we had to like really time it out.
It's not just down there; it's Georgia. And when you get humid shit, it grows like crazy.
So we use that piece of property in the future. We'll probably try to aim for wintertime when the grass is not so bad. But that piece of property, I'm actually making it a little softer this time because I'm a little worried about the time constraints. But if we ever get something really big here again, that thing can really have some big teeth. And I had Doovie here who designs the USEDC course, and I'll put it out there and said, hey, man, if Winthrop ever falls through, we got the facility for you. We can put some teeth on this place. And
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. And so I got a question too, secondary. Say you're visiting a course that you haven't designed. Is there something that always just like grinds your gears when you see it?
Not being able to find your way around. You walk out there and start looking for tee pads, and you don't know where you're going. And I mean, especially when it's as easy as just getting a little can of spray paint and marking one of the arms of the basket, saying, "Hey, go that way." You know, when you're out there wandering around, can't find a tee pad or where you're going, that's get me out of here. I'm ready to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's a great idea for everybody. Just a little piece of tape or a little can of spray paint pointing you in the right direction. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. So around Atlanta, the courses that you have not designed, which one's your favorite?
Man, I'm a big fan of ERP. I think it's one of the best wooded courses out there. I know there's probably a lot of people will be like, "Oh, hell no." For my golf game, I like to do a little hyzer flip, and it's one of the more traditional Atlanta courses, I would say, and it's definitely my fave.
Nice. So, favorite course in the country?
Oh man, I haven't been to some of these places I was at back in the day, but I know one of my favorite trips back in the day was going to Toronto, the Island course. You have to take a ferry across Lake Ontario to get to the island. There weren't any cars out there; it was just a yacht club.
Wow,
and it's just absolutely gorgeous out there. And hole 8 would actually you'd pump it out over the water. Over the marina, over the yachts, and then when you got to the green, you basically had a visual of downtown Toronto with the CN Tower and Sky Dome. Oh, it was money, and
it was the calendar shot, right?
It was the calendar shot.
That's what got him hooked.
Yeah, I won that tournament one year, and back in my Discraft days, they would give you $100 bonus or 30 discs, and I'd always just do a hot stamp of. And put out 30 discs and and sell them for $20 a piece and turn 100 into 600. So I had one of that, and I had that hole right there because it was the calendar shot. Just to see that basket right there and see downtown Toronto, it was breathtaking.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of breathtaking views, we've heard a couple of stories about some shenanigans where you maybe had streaked past a players meeting and or played a tournament in a woman's swimsuit.
Yeah, those are the good old days, the October Frizz. I'd really love to do something like that here. The question is, they have a campground. Everybody comes from everywhere. They bring. I mean, they didn't have a course there. Yet everybody would come, camp out, bring the portable baskets, homemade baskets, whatever the hell, and you camp and it just have fun. Just the camaraderie. Harvey from Kansas. Stokely did one of his state videos, and Harvey was the person for Kansas. If you want to look it up, he can tell some old stories about that event. But the point about the tournament was most fun wins. You know, it was never about, you know, it's a competitive edge. They made it an A-tier one year, and that was the worst thing ever because we're out there putting on barrel baskets, you know, literally like a oil barrel where they would cut with and you'd put some metal wires or something, and it was called a basket. We had an A-tier on it, and it was the worst thing ever, but because everybody got serious. When you're out there having a good time, you're drinking, you're on carts, it's just a good time. So there was a year that I was building the course at the YMCA in Tulsa. It was going to be one of the first courses ever built at YMCA, so I was pretty excited about it. Of course, the YMCA doesn't have any budget back then. So they needed baskets, and I found a way I could get a basket. If you win most fun at Oktoberfest, you get a basket. So one year, I figured I could steal the show. Power Circle. The Power Circle was the players' meeting. They do players' meeting, and then Harvey would go out there and get everybody in a big round circle. And there's like 300 people there. 300 people in this big circle, and he does like this little dance, kind of hokey pokey, where you put your foot in, you put your foot out, and at the end you just run in and you just dog pile everybody, and it's just like a big dog pile. And that's how you kick off the tournament. So Harvey's doing his thing, and I already had a plan where I had my outfit. I had a koala backpack, a little Ferber backpack with my disc in it, and I just got down to my shoes and ran out there. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And it went dead silent, and I was like, oh shit, I must have messed up here. So I went up there to give Harvey a big hug, and he's like, whoa, and I boogie, and I'm like, oh no. And then about 5 seconds after I boogie out of there, the whole place erupts, laughs. I was like, oh my God, I thought I did something really bad. So of course that night, everybody's like, oh shit, McCoy set the bar. Everybody's gonna be streaking. So the whole campsite all night, everybody's streaking. So they're like, McCoy, you gotta step your game up. Everybody's been streaking. So dude was like, man, I got this bathing suit right here. That's my wife's. You put this on, you'll win it for sure. And so I went third round in the women's one piece, put my hair up in pigtails, like the old Jim Carrey skit on the Living Color. That's how long ago it was. And yeah, it was a tough round. Those things are not made for men.
No, there's extra parts.
Was Gold Bond around then?
Not really. So it was miserable. But really, the most fun I ever had at that tournament, though, was the year I played as King Kong. I showed up at the tournament, had somebody sign me up as King Kong, show up to the players' meeting, and the guys reading off the scorecards, John Smith, Trey Williams, King Kong. And I run out there in my monkey suit. I'm like, yeah, let's go, you know. And I got my gloves on. Nobody can tell who the hell I am. I dressed up. I had different discs and everything like that. And I'm playing in the Amp division. So go out to the first hole. I'm playing with a guy actually I know from Oklahoma City, but nobody knows. I've told one person this is going to go down because it's most fun. I need a basket for the YMCA. So the whole day I'm playing and nobody knows it's me. I'm switching up my style. I'm actually putting with the gloves on, so I was terrible. So I was still crushing them, you know. I was still crushing them. It was hilarious because the first hole I throw is like this downhill roller shot, and I just ripped this roller like 420 feet in the intermediate division. And they're like, oh, King Kong can play. And then after the basket, I couldn't make a putt because these gloves had 9-inch fingers on them. So, yeah, it was kind of crazy. So, sure enough, Saturday night, I show up at the players' party, and everybody's like, we didn't know you were here. And everybody's like, oh, King Kong. And so, sure enough,
King Kong.
I played the third and fourth round as King Kong and ended up getting in a playoff with this guy. This son bitch. He was playing intermediate, and I was playing with the gloves on, and we're on the back nine, and we're battling, you know, and he goes birdie, birdie, ace, birdie, birdie. And this goes like a flex shot out over the road, 420. And I was like, man, the gloves are coming off. I was like, this ain't no am. Gloves are coming off. He's flexing 420 out over the road. The gloves have to come out to get the win in. And I ended up getting the win. I had to go to the playoff. And the funny thing about that tournament is the playoff is at the award ceremony. You have a putt off in front of everybody. So
Oh
So
wow.
he took the gloves off and had to smack him down.
people before.
No, that's wild. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Great story.
Like, there's no segue out of that. There's no journalism school can't teach you this. So you're here because we have Southern Nationals coming up in about 9 days now. So
It starts tomorrow.
well, I mean the flex start tomorrow. That's what we really want to get into now. Give us the Southern Nationals story. How does it fit into everything? How do you get points? Give the people who don't, or maybe aren't from the South, the story of Southern Nationals.
Right on. So back in the day, the PGA was growing, and they got to the point where they were like, "Hey, man, we probably should set some standards. You know, like we put a shirt on when we play. Maybe shouldn't drink alcohol and stuff. You know, well, there was kind of a situation where the Southern boys were like, "Hey, man, we're just gonna have a good time. We don't really want to compete. You know, we just want to throw some discs, drink beer, have a good time. You know." And there was a place for that. And so the Nationals kind of was like, "Hey, you know, there's people that want to do this. They're kind of sour on the PDJ and their strict rules. You know, it took a little while for people to get used to that kind of stuff. So the Southern Nationals kind of started. And, you know, Jim, not only that, he wanted the organization to be about the players instead of the organization. So we didn't have any player fees or anything like that. Your fees that helps the organization out comes from you playing an event, which $3 of your entry fee goes into paying the Southern Nationals fees. But the good thing about that is $2 of that dollar go right back into the championship event. So you're basically sponsoring yourself kind of to get back into the championship event. So basically we got to start right off the top with $8,800 from Southern Nationals to start this purse
Wow.
from Southern Nationals fees. So all the players that played in the previous qualifiers gave it a chance to have a celebration, to come play your world championships for Southern Nationals, you know. And so it's been going for a little over 20 years. Unfortunately, Jim passed this year. He actually went through a stroke a couple years ago, and we kind of think that COVID got him this year because, you know, it was right about that time when Mardi Gras and down there and things were going around. I'm not real sure about it, but Jim was the sweetest person you'd ever meet. The first time I ever met Jim, I was playing a tax tourney in Birmingham in like 2004 or something, and me and Matty O are battling out for the win. And Matty was like 16 years old. He hadn't won 8-tier yet, and we're going back and forth, and he's just over there rooting for his son so hard. And that always got me. My homeboy Nolan Gerader, his dad always came out and watched him play, you know, and it just was like, yeah, look at he's always so proud of their kid playing disc golf and everything. Just always so cool and stuff. So, you know, Jim was just a sweet guy, and he always ace one for me. He'd always say so. We're going to try to make sure we represent Jim, and I always wanted to run this event to make him proud because I always thought that he had a right vision about Southern Nationals, about it's players first. It's not about the organization. And so I've always been a big fan of Southern Nationals. Used to run the only Southern Nationals qualifier in Georgia for the longest time when me, Dollar, and Josh and Matlack and Vach, we rolled up to a couple of Southern Nationals. It was always one of the better places to get qualified if we weren't already qualified for USCGC, because it was a limited field to just mostly Southern people because they had to have qualifying points. So, and basically for the qualifying question, if you play in any qualifier at all, you qualified. If you finish dead last, as long as you played, you get 2 points, and that just shows you contributed to the Southern Nationals organization, so you get into the final. So if you played in several events, like any of the events I ran last year, the Ruckus Roost, there's a Forsyth County Open Championship, the Iron Leaf the Berry ran. There were several tournaments that were out there that were Southern Nationals qualifiers. So,
how does a tournament director get the opportunity to be a Southern Nationals qualifier?
Basically, you just hit Southern Nationals group up via email and say, "Hey, I'd like to host an event for Southern Nationals." And at this point, we'll take everybody. You know, we're not going to turn anybody down. We want to enjoy disc golf.
Yep.
There's an application, but you know, we ain't turning anybody down.
So the event coming up, it's Labor Day weekend. What is there still going to be a bass fishing tournament? I'm really excited about this.
So yeah, it's basically this is how it's going to go down. If you want to come fish after the round Saturday. Bring a disc with you. None of this trick photography crap where you stick the fish up near the camera. Oh, look how big this fish is. No, you got to lay the fish on the disc, and we'll have a couple of judges decide who caught the biggest bass, and he'll have $100 splash on him.
What's the winner take home?
$100. $100.
Hey, you know what?
$100.
Hey, real quick, I'm going to announce this on the show. Another $100 from Frolfer, so $200.
Oh,
$200.
$200.
Biggest
We'll throw 100 in.
Right on. So we got a couple other cool things like that. Matter of fact, we got a couple hot holes in honor of Jim Oram. We got the Jim Oram Ace One for Me hot holes. So one hole at each course. If you ace that one hole, you'll get an extra $100 splash onto your ace pot. So if 5 people ace, you got to split it 5 ways. But you ace the hot hole, you get $100 extra.
Count it.
Hell yeah. We spectators cool this year? We're doing spectators?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna be all right. I don't expect to see 5,000 people out there. I might be wrong, but
3,500 max, right?
Hopefully, at least 1,000 from.
Yeah, we have
this
to limit
podcast,
it
right?
at 3,500.
I'm definitely concerned about having a lot of spectators. Matter of fact, I should probably just say less than 100 if possible, because there is parking issues at Green Valley and the lakes. We'll have room for a flight to be in there, no problem. But once we start putting all the flights for the finals and spectators, it could get a little crowded in there. So I just try to limit the spectators. It will be filmed by Ace Run Productions. So
Nice.
if you can't make it out there, it's going to be hot. You'll be able to catch some good footage of it on the internet.
On the internet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'll be down practicing next week. I'm planning on playing Cinco Largos Friday for that flex start. Is there anything you can give me some insight on? Like what's the go-to shot out there?
No, Cinco?
Yeah. It's that property directly across from Grass Valley, right? Green Valley.
Yes. Like
Grass Valley.
Hole 12, Green Valley. Hole 12 is coming back up across the lake, and then hole 13 going across. When you're up there on the tee pad, you're looking right across the other facility. It's got a big brown building called the Shanty. We'll have the check-in there. So you'll get to see it right off the back door. There's a big glass patio. It's so nice. That's where 18 finishes. So it'll be a cool place to watch it all go down. Like I say, I think people get pretty fired up about this facility.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see it. Well, what you had flagged, anyways, and then I saw your pictures that you had posted. Do you plan on keeping the tradition here in Georgia?
As what?
The champion.
The Southern National Championships,
honestly,
or like what's the future for it?
Next year is so whack. I mean, we don't know what's going on. I mean, we got cut out pretty much 2 or 3 months of disc golf that would have been qualifiers. So the next tournament director for the next Southern National is going to be handcuffed because he missed out on some events and fundraising and that kind of stuff. So I'm not real sure what's going to happen next year. It's a weird situation. You might have to actually change qualification ways to get into qualifier next year because of such a weird time. Because I mean, I haven't really ran any Southern Nationals qualifiers because all I've been running is really flex starts because they don't want groups, gathering at one time and doing
absolutely
players. So flex starts can just get in them out, and we're kind of keeping that social distancing going. So they don't even qualify for qualifiers anyway. So they have to be a 2-round tournament. So like I said, I don't know what's going to happen for 21 the Southern Nationals. We initially kind of thought about going to Tulsa with it because the GK Pro guys in Tulsa are a couple of my homies. And I got Jason Schwacke with my coworker at Innova. He could help it. And in Tulsa, we ran 2 majors there. We ran AM Worlds, and we ran the U.S. Masters there. So they can hold a major, no problem. We just kind of thought about mixing it up. But then again, since we didn't get to have any qualifiers out there, they wouldn't have anybody qualified for it, so it'd be a limited field. So I don't know what we're going to do for next year. It'll be up in the air.
All right, word on. Is there anything we missed on Southern Nationals? Like, is there anything we need to tell the people about it?
No, just if you're going to sign up soon. About to cut it off. I believe it's August 30th, 31st, and we're really close to filling up on some of the pools to make it easy to keep them together. I think we're in a really good number right now, but if we get a rush, might have to switch a couple of divisions into a different pool. But yeah, if you're going to sign up. Just make sure you played in the qualifier last year. I mean, I don't have to had you. It's kind of a pain in the butt for you to have to get a refund because they send you a check in the mail instead of PayPal.
Oh, wow.
It takes $3 or 3 days to get your money back. So if you can avoid that, it would help.
All right, so we're going to get into some of the funner questions now. We have a viewer question from Chris Saxton. What's your favorite condiment?
Miracle Whip.
Miracle
Whip.
What?
Gross.
Come on.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, that feels like a controversial choice, my man.
Oh, yeah, it's 2 versus 2.
I love some Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip. Okay.
I put that shit on everything.
All right, so with the growth of Greater Atlanta and all the courses showing up and the opportunities for the game, when and if DM World's a major, a DGPT event coming towards Atlanta?
We've had some discussions. Some of the core folks, of course, you kind of got to throw in some people like Barry and Jim Lapino, Smitty, a couple guys. We've definitely had some conversations. I think the South Side is building up something to be pretty nice with the belt line, basically from Covington all the way down to Douglasville. I got another course going in Sharpsburg, which is kind of in between Douglasville and Griffin.
Okay.
So basically, when you get a tournament of that size, when you get 1,000 people, you can basically say like the AMs are going to be all staying over in Douglasville area.
Yeah.
They're going to play all the 3 courses, Boundary Water, Dog River, or Deer Lick, or whatever. The pros to play on the south side with JP Mosley and the tracks, maybe a Griffin course. The Griffin courses are more like blue level courses, so like the advanced players, maybe the age protected divisions. Griffin courses would be perfect for that. The Griffin courses aren't really perfect for super pros. Super pros would butt those places up. They're really blue level. So I mean, you can kind of spread your divisions around, and it's usually about all the camaraderie or the pageantry about it. If you get a nice big players pack, and the value is if you're going to have special events to go along with it. If you can sell that to the people will come. And I definitely know that we have enough courses in the area to have a 1,000 player tournament.
Yeah, I think if the Atlanta disc golf body came together and like collectively decided to try to run one, we could probably be pretty successful with it.
100%.
100%.
I feel like we're really lacking that one guy. We had Joe Rattan in Tulsa, and if you don't know Joe Rattan, he's one of the biggest go-getters out there in the disc golf industry. Works for Innova, runs Twisted Flyer. Shout out to him for 20 years at Twisted Flyer. If we had a Joe Rattan around here, man, we could pull it off for sure. I just don't think we have that one guy quite yet. We have some strong candidates, but it'd be their first time around.
Yeah.
Right. We still have a lot of young tournament directors, I guess, so to say.
Yeah. I mean, like last weekend at Douglasville, there was some controversy going on with that. Tim was just trying to accommodate. He's such a sweet guy. He
just lost his mother.
And what a situation he was in, right?
Yeah. I mean, but it's a kind of a rookie TD, not really a rookie, but something that an inexperienced TD might do. Like, he was just trying to accommodate and try to make everybody happy. And there's nothing wrong with that. And so, that kind of stuff, you almost have to be a hard ass to be a tournament director sometimes. And I don't like to be a hard ass myself, and I know Tim doesn't want to be a hard ass.
You know I don't like to be a hard ass.
No. No, you don't.
The only person I've yelled at ever at a tournament was Drunk Scott.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Right.
rightfully so.
Yeah, anyway.
So, K-Mac, I make you the president of the PDGA for a week. You've been on the board of directors, but I make you the president. What's the first thing you do?
I'd give me a raise for sure. All I know is the league program that I developed while I was on the board has made the PDGA well over $1 million, and they say, "Hey, Kev, man, thanks for helping us out, man. That's a great program you got. We got to hook you up." No, it'd be cool if they did that. But no, that's what I would do if I was the president. But no, I don't know. I would probably look at somebody strong in the area, like a Jeff Spring that can really motivate some people and really support the Disc Golf Pro Tour a little more. Give that as much support as you can. As also the leagues. I mean, I think the leagues are the growing or the bread of disc golf. When I first started with the PJ leagues, the board, I told them, I said, man, in my hometown in Tulsa, there's only 5 of us to go play tournaments on the weekend, but there's 80 of us that play league every night. And we had a league night Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. And we'd have 40 or 50 people there. So the PGA was missing out on those folks. So it was like, man, let's do that. So once we got the leagues going, I feel like that was one of the biggest growths we had in disc golf was when the leagues got going. Had people were signing up to get PGA memberships just because they wanted to see their league rating and stuff. So I think that was a big boost. And so I would definitely keep going with the leagues. I have more plans with the leagues, but since I started working with Innova, it was a conflict of interest to be working with PDGA. So the leagues are kind of just out there right now. I'd love to be able to get back involved with that and build those things up again.
I mean, look at the Mose League down at Mosley with the Puckets. I mean, that thing, they had to start capping players at 72 on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
They were our direct competitor, Kevin. They were Thursday nights, and more people were going to Mosley than watching our show. It was really embarrassing for us, but it was great for disc golf. I mean, people love playing those leagues.
Yeah, I posted a picture of my local hometown league in Tulsa. They had 169 players there on Tuesday night.
Wow.
Oh my God!
We had 2 courses. They had 2 courses running, so it's possible. But yeah, I mean,
Impossible, but not normal. And
that's
the
great.
grand
you'd be surprised. When I back in my Discraft days, go up and play like a Tuesday league at Hudson Mills. They'd have both courses going, and they'd have freaking 7 ultimate fields full. You're like, yeah, there's a bunch of people playing some frisbee up here.
Right. Hell yeah! I mean, good.
Yeah.
Good for them. Yeah.
I see your wife has commented it, and I also agree with her. I think the women's field needs to increase in disc golf. I feel like that the women's field grows.
It's bigger
like
up.
you see it in disc
It's
golf.
bigger up here than it is in Atlanta, surprisingly.
Yeah. You're in the
Raleigh.
Charlotte area, right, Cody?
I'm in Raleigh.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of women there too. Yeah, there's
She had
strong women going in North Carolina. Debbie Scott, she does great getting the women out there. Women got to get out of the way. Sometimes. They kind of drive each other off sometimes. They get a little catty sometimes and run some of their girls off. I've been around the women's division for a long time. I travel around with Burl on tour. I've been married to Courtney. And they've had some great offers that some of them kind of ran off because they didn't like her attitude or something, and they were kind of mean to her and ran her off.
Yeah,
so,
there is always that drama, but we do need a larger women's
yes,
field.
we need more women for sure. I think they're going in the right direction. They're definitely trending in the right direction. The women's game is getting stronger. They definitely should be getting a little more money going their way. I think they're getting a following now where people actually would rather watch. There's some folks out there who would rather watch the women play than the guys. Same old guys every week anyway. So
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. I mean, it's more fun to watch disc golf when Paul Macbeth isn't winning. You know what I mean?
And again, if anybody knows any women that would like to start playing, shoot one of us a message and we will send you free discs for that women to start playing.
I have so many Frisbees to give everyone. Just hit me up, please.
So I flip it and I make you the president of Innova Disc Golf for a week. What's the first thing you're doing?
Nah, man, I ain't touching that one. I ain't touching
Sponsoring Frolfcenter, you could do. I mean, that would work.
Yeah, that's the first move.
They got a good thing going on. Right now it's really a struggle fest because production is just way behind because they had to lay a bunch of people off for the COVID mess. And right now, you would not want to be in their shoes right now. They are so busy and they are probably not getting much sleep at night, and I don't know if I can handle it right now. They are getting destroyed right now. But,
you'll stick with Southern Nationals. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. I wouldn't want to be the guy that's handling the county or anything like that. I don't want that job.
Fair.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, so here's a fun one. You can pick any celebrity, alive or dead. Who's your celebrity doubles partner? Not a disc golfer.
This is pretty generic, but my guy, Bill Murray. I mean,
there's 2 votes for Bill Murray now.
I think it's actually 3 votes.
3. We've got 3 Bill Murrays.
Yeah,
that's my guy. I mean, I'm the biggest Caddyshack fan, Cubs fan. Love that guy. I mean, and just to hang around him for 3 hours, give me some of that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's probably the best answer there is, honestly. It
really is.
That's a question that shouldn't have a right answer, but that's the right answer,
Every time.
Tyson Puckett wants to know, how often do you throw the stinky pink rock?
It's a really wasted Ontario DX rock. It's one of those discs I got kind of like a little remote control on, except for this weekend in Douglasville. I was terrible. I couldn't throw that.
Tell me about it.
For some reason, I couldn't throw a rock this weekend, which is usually my strong point. But usually I can work that thing, bend it over with a hyzer and work it over and pretty much put it in a pretty tight hole if I need to. And it's been a pretty handy disc. It's always a attention getter because of the stamp on it. But it's all for fun. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
This is 2 guys that are on there. Oh man.
So you've been down here in the dirty South for a little while now. I got to assume you've been to Waffle House, both sober and inebriated.
Bro, man, I don't eat that shit.
No, you don't fuck with Waffle House.
Waffle House is
Waffle House?
Isn't that Southern for halfway house? Isn't that all the guys out of prison go get their jobs?
See, finally someone who agrees with me. This is the conversation I've tried to have with them forever. That Waffle House is gross, guys.
I think I'd rather eat the oatmeal out of one of my horse's ass than go eat oatmeal out of Waffle House. But I may be wrong. I've ate there a couple times and I was looking at the help behind back there and thinking, man, whew.
Okay, that's an answer in the history of this show. 16 episodes. That's an answer right there.
So you fly through Taco Bell at 2 a.m.?
I eat shit. There ain't no doubt about it. Late night, I eat some shit. I eat some garbage. No doubt about it. I don't have a go-to anymore. Back home in Tulsa, we had this wonderful place called Taco Bueno. You guys are missing out. Oh my goodness, the sauce! You just drink it up. It's so wonderful. Just give me 3 bean burritos and 7 gallons of sauce.
That sounds about the equivalent to what we eat at Waffle House.
Back home where I lived at, you could go up to a gas station and some guy would be doing up some corn Mexican dish right there, and you'd be like, "This can't be right." Then you'd eat it, you'd be like, "Oh, it's like melting in my mouth, heaven," So.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the imports from south of the border have some great late night food themselves.
Oh yeah, they put love into everything they do up here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you just won a big tournament. What's your celebration meal? What are you celebrating with?
Oh man,
and your horse one, like big night, like
Yeah, huge night.
tail scallops, like big night.
I'm pretty simple. I'm just kind of a steakhouse kind of guy, and being on the road a
Steak and
lot.
Yeah.
potato.
I pretty much just hit like a Texas Roadhouse or a Longhorn or something like that. But it's got to be a big win. I mean, if I win some C tier, I mean, I'm getting like maybe Arby's or something.
Shout out to
Tim
Will.
Ellis says Waffle House is redneck hibachi.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Okay, so we asked this question of all of our guests, and we're not going to we're going to let you define the question in a way.
Oh, yeah.
Who are your top 3 disc golfers? And that can be your top 3 favorite to play with, the top 3 that you think are the best, the top 3 that are the tallest, however you want to define it. What 3 disc golfers do you want to talk about right now on Frolfcenter?
Let me think about this. I'm a big Kale LaVisca fan. That dude's like a man's man. He's the nephew of Paul Molitor. We get to talking. That dude just probably one of the coolest cats out there in disc golf. A couple of my Innova teammates that are really super cool, Barsby and Ricky. Those guys are always cool to hang around with.
Nice.
I got somebody else out there. I know I'm missing somebody. Oh, come on now. I had this guy, Brad Schick, my homeboy Brad Schick in Columbus. He's one of the coolest guys. He's always you play with that guy, you're gonna get a good time. But if I went old school, I could name a whole bunch of I'd love to play another round with a bunch of old school golfers that are kind of gone and not really playing much golf anymore. Or but the new school golfers like Kale's definitely one of my guys, and Ricky, and I know I'm forgetting one of my guys, but
They'll comment somewhere. This will be up on Twitter. I can't believe Kevin McCoy forgot about me.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
All right.
We got a viewer question.
Yeah, this is from Jenny Costa. She says, "Do you have any plans for another Masters only tournament coming up?"
Yeah, I've always wanted to get back to the Legends of the Fall event. I know last time we ran Am Worlds, I didn't want to run another tournament forever. Forget it.
Yeah.
So I say I want to do it right now before Southern Nationals, but after Southern Nationals, I may be back in retirement. Who knows? So,
Yeah, we never know, right?
yeah, I mean, taking on a big event like this can wear somebody out. And I definitely been having some sleepless nights, waking up in the middle of the night saying, "Oh, I haven't printed scorecards yet." Oh, like the sleep is just whack. I need some good sleep again. It's going to be about 12 days away.
Yeah, it feels it's real close.
Looking forward to it. Sleep in while you can.
Was that Cody?
I said he's coming up. It's Hell Week.
It's Hell Week. Yeah.
Week
Yeah,
before
definitely.
tournament. We call it
Kevin,
Hell Week.
we had a question from a viewer. Matt Huddle wants to know: are you related to Brad McCoy in Burlington?
We get that all the time, and no, we're not. We've played golf several times together, but we're not related. We are a lot alike, though. I mean, I could hang out with Brad anytime. He's
All right, there you go. Johnny Avery just wanted to say Tyus is one of my favorite courses. Great course. I agree. I love Tyus.
Thank you. Like I say, my course is down in Georgia. Parker's Pasture is getting closer, but I'm still waiting for that gem piece of property that I could really put a masterpiece on.
Nice.
The Lodge courses back home are number 1 and number 2 in the state, and I think the Lodge was like number 30 somewhere on the top 100. But Avery Jenkins lived there now, so that'll always help. He actually met his wife at my wedding at that course, so it's kind of.
Oh wow! Oh hell yeah!
So yeah,
that's awesome. Dennis just asked, "What's your opinion on the championship groove?"
Oh,
Champion groove. Hey, right now, anybody's trying to get a hand on any disc. If you go to Dick's right now, a champion groove will look real good because they are empty.
Nice.
I can't find anything.
There you go, Dennis.
Nowhere.
Trust me, we can make anything.
Hilarious. Of course, he asked that question.
I mean,
Jake Shelby wants to know about Brahms.
What up, Brahms?
What?
Yeah, Brahms is where it's at. Brahms got some good food for sure.
Yeah. Shelby grew up in OK for a little while. He said, "What's up with Brahms?"
Oh yeah, Brahms is good. Brahms makes a good kind of like a Culver's, a real good kind of like a butter burger.
Okay.
Okay.
Real
Okay.
good.
Okay. Oh yeah.
It's ice cream.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We got Tyson Buck. I just want to say K-Mac was a major spark for the inspiration of Mo's League. A little love on you there.
Well, I'm glad to spark because he did a hell of a job. One of the best league directors ever. He really took the ball and stepped his game up. So impressed with Tyson. That dude is awesome. I'm a big fan of that dude.
He's been so kind. He says he's going to work Mo's League around Frolfcenter next year so I can go play again because that's one of my favorites. So
yeah, Tyson.
So we got. Go ahead. Sorry. Oh,
I'm
okay.
good.
So we got Rob Marbach asks, you have a week. You got all the freedom you want, nothing on the table. You get to take a 1 week disc golf road trip or flight trip. Where are you going? 1 week, no responsibilities.
Oh man. Oh. You know what? This time of year, I would definitely like to get the hell out of the South. It's so damn hot. Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, they all have some great courses up there. I don't know how they have so many great courses when they can only play it about half the year. I know some fools get out there in the snow and play, but I mean, they basically only get about 4 or 5 months of really good golf weather, but they have some great courses up there, and I'd be fine going up there. My homeboy AJ Munez is building some tracks down in Puerto Rico.
Oh,
about having an event in February down there, maybe in 2021, 22. So I might be looking to go down there too. That looks like a fun event.
Go snag that ace pot at Blue Ribbons Pines.
Yeah. Oh, and Japan. Japan's coming up too. I went to Japan back in 2008. Now that's a trip. I mean, it was all inclusive. You get to the resort, they feed you 3 meals a day, all the beer you can drink. You get a freaking taxi to they give you a free ride to the course. It was unbelievable. And I know Sammy Ferens and Shimbo are going to be running up great again. So I wouldn't be surprised if you had a chance to go to Japan. That would be for you for sure. You'd have a good time.
He is there right now.
That might be on my bucket list.
Craig Dickerson wants to know if you could teach him a basketball.
Craig should have this figured out, man. He's old school.
Yeah.
I was very confused by that question.
So
Chris
He was throwing sidearms.
Oh boy.
All right, man. So we're winding down here. We've had you on for about an hour. I greatly appreciate you coming on. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Here, I'll tell you what. You're going to give away a prize, right? You got like a trivia question or something?
We do.
Yeah, we do.
I got
ask the question. What did you got a question for the people?
Yeah, you got a question?
Yeah. All right, now the first one, they can name how many majors I've won in the Open division.
In the Open division.
Is Masters included?
No, Masters not included. Just in the I haven't won any majors in the Masters division. So
yeah, get your
how many majors has Kevin McCoy won in the Open division? First one to answer wins the pack.
Yep, first answer. Here we go. Joe Costa says 3. He's wrong. Joe Costa is wrong.
This is 6.
No multiple guesses. 6 is Corey Nichols.
6. I wish I'd be famous.
4.
Well, you gotta settle down.
4.
Oh, so you're just gonna guess every number? You can't vote twice. You cannot vote twice.
Yeah, you can't go twice. You can't just eliminate numbers.
Yeah, Tim Ellis says 5.
5. Many guys think I'm better than I am. Shoot.
I've seen 2 from Arcady.
Fucking Dennis Winkler, 11.
Is 2 correct?
2. Yeah, 2's
2.
the answer.
Arcady.
There you go, Ryan.
Yeah,
Freeman.
RKD.
Yeah,
Arcady's got it. Arcady wins.
Oh,
yeah,
Arcady.
Yeah, what were the 2 majors?
Major. World Doubles was a major, and I won it twice. Brad Hammock 1 year and Coda Hatfield the other year. It's kind of a Texas, Oklahoma, California thing, but nonetheless, they called it a major.
Chad Yates
They called it a major.
And didn't you? And I believe you have more trophies from Texas than you have a place for. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a funny story. That's actually from my boy Mitch McClellan, who just got put in the Hall of Fame last year. We used to go down to Texas, and Texas was easy money back for us back in the day. They'd always have good purses, and we'd bring all the money back. But as soon as we got to the Oklahoma border, it was tradition to toss the Texas trophy in the Red River as we crossed the river because we didn't want anything Texas in our house.
There it
There's a lot of
is.
people that said two at the same exact time. We're gonna have to talk this out later on.
It
We've
was
got 3
definitely
discs. We'll send them
Arcadia.
out.
According to my log, Arcadia hit it for sure.
RKD also sent in 3 different answers. So
So do you
True. Anywho, we'll figure this out
Yeah,
when we're not
multiple
on there.
discs.
But
Break
let me
them
tell you
out.
what you win.
Multiple
Hey,
discs.
well,
multiple answers is disqualified.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
We will find, and we'll figure this out without Kevin on the air real quick.
Yeah. But hey, so Kevin, again, it's been an hour.
Man, thank you.
Thanks for putting up with our shit for an hour.
Right on.
Real quick, do you have any questions for us or any advice? We'd love it.
No, yeah, I actually do got a question. One of you, Adam, you're on the board. You're on with ADGO, right? ADGO hasn't supported any of my events down here, and I can't believe they're not supporting Southern Nationals. What do I got to do?
Let's talk about it. Let me know what I need to do. I'm new to this as well, so your coaching would be much appreciated. I'll put it out there.
Yeah,
there we go.
Right now.
And then, no, that's a good spot to be in. If I can't answer that question, I have no.
Kind of meant like a frother question.
No, but seriously, Dustin hooked me up one time for Callaway Gardens, and I'm not real sure if I was ADGO member for a little while, and I kind of stopped for a little while because I didn't really feel I was getting much love down here for any of my events. So I was just wondering, if you can pull some strings for me to get some love for some of my events, I'd love it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you get a club going down there as well, and you get club money.
I'm part of the Senate. I vote for the South Side to be a part of the ADGO.
A lot of them are. Henry County's in there. They're the big one.
It's weird. It's Henry County. There's Fayette County. It's kind of. Do you want to have another Spalding County or a Griffin?
Well, Walton left. We got to see if we can get Walton back. They're a little further, but yeah.
We just got.
If Cherokee and Forsyth is part of it, then Spalding
it's a community.
Should be part.
It's more than just a club. It's a community.
The whole South Side, we're kind of all together. The Henry County folks and the Fayette County folks and the Spalding County folks. We all kind of the same people. So
you guys are kind of
do that.
Yeah, you guys have you guys hold a lot of power because you have a lot of golfers who play really, really well. So we need to, I think let's talk. I'll see you all next weekend. We'll be hanging out. So we'll get some time to talk. Sure.
So Kevin, before you go, we'd love to say goodbye. Thank you for coming. But give us the full rundown. Give us this week's flex starts. Give us next week. Let the people know everything they need to know about what you got coming up. And thank you again for coming on.
Right on. So tomorrow we got Tyus from 9 a.m. to, I believe, 4. Sign up online, please, so you can set your tee time. So we go. It's the same way every day. So we got Tyus on Friday. We have Dundee on Saturday. We have Green Valley on Sunday. And then we have Cinco on Thursday. Friday will be open play at Cinco and all the other courses, and also be check-in for Southern Nationals. Saturday, first round of the golf tournament. I'll have a virtual players meeting, so just go ahead and go to your course, and you'll be ready to go. Saturday evening, players party, dinner for everybody will be at Dundee. We'll be feeding everybody McGinn's barbecue. Only the players of the tournament, please, until we feed everybody. And then if you have a family member, we can definitely probably have some room to feed more people. But we got that going on Saturday night. Saturday night's also like we're going to have some music going on. We're going to have some glow golf going on. We got the bass fishing tournament going on. Some mini golf around there. So Saturday night's fun. Sunday. Be one round in the morning, and then the final 9 in the afternoon. Everybody that makes the final 9 will be playing Cinco Lagos. The AMs, intermediate and below that weren't playing Cinco to begin with, to play the front 7 plus 2 holes of Green Valley. You'll walk across the street and play 2 holes, and then come back on the course. And the pros will play the back 9 to Cinco, which is where the meat is. And then it's going to go down. We'll have the awards, and we'll be gone.
Hell yeah, Kevin. Hell yeah. Thank you again for coming on. Everyone's going to be down there. We're going to be down there. You'll see a lot of content from us at Southern Nationals. We'll be buying up all those ski stamps to sell on the black market. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, right on, man. Well, thanks,
Awesome, man. Thanks, Kevin.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, see you later.
That was awesome.
I love it. That was super.
So glad.
That was super fun. Hey, so Cody, you kind of hooked us up with a weird, not quite a sponsor, but a bit of a deal, right? You got disc golfers a deal. You did something for the
Oh
community.
yeah. Why don't you play the video first, and then
Yeah.
I'll talk about it after.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, if you guys enjoyed that tasty treat, it is the Meatballers food truck, and they have a restaurant now. I don't know. I know a couple of you guys have heard me rave about this, but Meatballers with a Z. It is the greatest place I've ever eaten. Austin, have you ever eaten there?
No, but it makes my mouth water every time I watch that.
Okay, so we got a deal with Meatballers. If you go to Meatballers and you say you're a disc golfer, they will give you $1 off your meal, or $2 off if it's you and your spouse, whatever. But yeah, Meatballers, $1 off if you're a disc golfer. Thank you, Meatballers, for supporting the disc golf community. They make these big old meatballs. They put them in an Italian roll, cheese. You just saw it. It is, Austin described it best. It will just make you drool right then and there. They have a Facebook page. They have everything.
Yeah, dude, I definitely want some Meatballers.
Yeah, Meatballers looks really good. I literally just ate,
Oh,
and that made me hungry.
Joe Costa. They have a food truck you can follow on Facebook, probably Instagram. And I believe their base location is in the Milton Alpharetta area, by one of the truck and tap locations. But yeah, they have a food truck that goes everywhere, and Alpharetta, Milton area.
Yeah,
I'm looking for them.
Look for them. Check it out on Facebook. Videos like that make your mouth water.
it was doing good. Real quick, Kevin left, but I want to show you guys something. We didn't get some of this stuff. So the Players Packs discs for Southern Nationals this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Those are pretty dope.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, like the little beer
the
bottle.
two-tone
or cola
stamp.
bottle.
That's
Yeah.
sweet.
I love the beer bottles.
I think it's real good. And then also the trophies are wooden discs.
What?
Dude, I want one of those fucking trophies so bad.
Well, you got to win it. You gotta win it.
No.
I plan on it, but it's gonna be sweet. It's
And
gonna
like
be
I said,
hanging.
it
Right,
was
it's gonna be
arcade.
hanging right here in this little hole.
That little hole right there. We got confirmation from the chat. It is Arcady that won on time. It was his first guess was his right answer, but we got
There you go.
the Halo Roadrunner, the I-Die Champion Leopard, and the pink DX AVR. It's pretty flat too, which is nice. All with the Skeet Science-ski stamp. Going to Arcady. We'll find a way to get it to you, Arcady. Shoot us a message on Facebook, and we'll either mail it
Congrats,
to you or I'll
buddy.
meet up with you at Redan.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
So we
disc-
kind of touched base already on the local news.
Yeah.
Our girl Sarah Holcomb won out at Pittsburgh.
There it
Yeah.
goes.
So after the
I
bump,
mean,
Proper
the
good
streak
luck.
continues. Like everybody we've interviewed has continued to win a tournament. So
yeah, or have just made like Chris Dickerson's incredible. Was it like 13 or 14 under round?
yeah, back to back. No, he shot 18 down at Tennessee State's the following
Yes,
week,
yes.
and then it was like, Katrina won, Sarah's won. So if you're paying attention, open touring pros, we're looking for candidates.
Yeah.
If you're looking to
what-
do good.
I don't know what disc bottle cap. It looked like an AVR, and because it's an Innova tournament, I don't want to say it's an AVR, but Kevin will let you know. Might be an AVR if I had to guess. Frolfcenter
Yeah,
bump, it's a thing. it's very funny because we literally put. It says on our notes. I'm going to read this verbatim, Joe Costa. Holcomb wins. The Frolfer bump. Is it real?
Yeah.
That is what our script says. And wow, that's the thing.
Oh,
There he is,
All right.
our Katie. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll come out to Peanut instead of Sunday service this weekend and find you. So
we got some good national news.
Yeah, dude. I actually had the CBS coverage on in the background of our entire podcast.
how much did
Nice.
you see of the women's field?
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Andrew Fish,
zero.
for standing up to Foundation Disc Golf.
Yeah,
I
if you
guess
guys don't
Foundation
know-
Disc Golf hates women.
There was a
Coverage.
whole thing today on the Twitters between the disc. It's how silly does it sound? We have a frisbee golf drama on Twitter. It sounds kind of dumb, but Andrew Frisch went to bat for some folks. We wrote an article about it. You can go to frolfer.com.
Yeah. Check out the article.
It'll figure
Adam
it all
loved
out.
it.
It'll show you
We
the deleted tweet from Foundation that was kind of douchey. I don't know. It's drama, guys. This is what happens. So,
Speaking of drama, maybe don't draw on a basket.
oh yeah, I didn't get this photo, but Cody, there was an Innova post on social media with a woman signing a basket after an ace, marker in hand.
I mean, I don't think we should be bashing Innova right now. Kevin was a great sport.
No, you're
but
good.
anyways, the CBS coverage was huge. It was gigantic. I definitely supported it. I hope we grow disc golf in the correct direction.
Yeah.
And being live coverage and seen by 50,000, 100 million people, whoever watched it. I think that's a step in the right direction.
And I don't know if you guys caught it, but Kevin knows. He knows it's coming. With that answer he gave of where it could be in 15 years, he knows. He's about to grow the sport so big in Georgia. You guys have no idea what's coming.
Yeah, it's gonna be big. It's kind of a fun, scary spot. It's like you're already writing the autobiography about becoming a disc golf media baron. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Anywho.
All right, boys.
All right,
Cody,
fun fact.
You got something for us?
Yeah.
All right, fun fact again. Thank you, Meatballers, for giving all disc golfers $1 off. My fun fact of the week is so around the country, companies have their own courses. This week's course I would like to feature and also talk about other courses is the Michelob Ultra Disc Golf Course. It is at a Anheuser-Busch property, brewing place. They have an event coming up this week. It's one of those National Amateur Disc Golf Tour events. Again, it's at the Michelob Ultra Disc Golf Park. If that's not the kind of sponsorship we need to get going, I don't know what is. Also, there's 144 people playing, so it looks like they got two courses. Trying to think about all the courses that are corporate courses or they're owned by a company. It's on the company property. And the only ones I could come up with is the IBM disc golf course up here in Durham. IBM has a big facility up here. They have a wonderful course. It's private, but it's still wonderful. And then the only thing I could think is Joy House. That's a company. They do great things. They have their own course. But if you guys can think of any other corporations or companies that have a course, I'm not talking about neighborhoods and stuff like that, but let me know in the comments, please, if you know any more.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, maybe next year we'll all go play in the Beer Fest tournament, I guess it's called. It should be called.
For Oktoberfest?
For Oktoberfest? Is that what you're talking about?
It's in Colorado, too, so that would be fun for the group.
Yeah, I mean, that does sound fun. That does sound like, I wish Sweetwater, Printers has got a little property. We need like a big-ass brewery to do something like that. So
We need one of like the Hobbs farms. Like whoever's growing the hops for the brewers. Like
Ooh,
we need their property.
That's a great idea.
That's next level.
Yeah,
But why did we just say that live on internet?
We just told the world. We just told the world how to fix it.
We just told the world how to get big, whatever. Adam, I'm sorry. I can't believe I just did that.
No, you're good. Everything's good. I got a 2-minute warning.
Just spewing out great information on the internet.
No, it's good information. Here's my 2-minute warning. I'm gonna warn us all against thinking that some magical television contract is going to make disc golf the best thing it can be. I don't think that's the answer. I think it's still growing the sport a little bit organically. We put a lot into the CBS thing. We all really wanted it to be good. It fell short in some aspects. It was spectacular in others. But let's not throw all our eggs in that basket. And let's remember that, cable TV is a dying art. And let's not pretend disc golf lives or dies by whether or not we get on major television.
Joe Rogan sold his podcast to Spotify a couple months ago for $100 million.
Yeah, so. CBS Sports' entire budget might not be that. Who knows? But I'm saying let's remember why we love disc golf and not worry about this network, what happens here. Let's not let that affect the way we feel about disc golf and throwing frisbees with our friends. That's all I'm saying. That's all I got.
Austin, you're just the tipping this week again. We don't have any throws this week because you wanted to talk about something special.
Hey guys, I want to know, when you step up to a putt in the middle of a round, what are you thinking about?
Are you asking
Cody?
I'm thinking
from you folks.
Okay. So when I'm putting really well, I'm thinking, okay, cool, easy putt. I'm gonna make this. And when I'm playing like shit, I'm like, don't fuck this up. So that's my answer. I know I need to always be thinking you're gonna make this, and I think that's.
So why don't you always think that?
Because my mental game is weak.
All right, Adam, I need to hear your answer first.
Yeah, so my answer is right now, my answer changes. So, I have cues. Let's say my putting is whatever's working for my putting one day is thinking about my thumb works for a month. And then for 6 weeks, I have to think about power transfer or whatever it is. Whatever the part of my game that I'm kind of working on ends up being like my fucking mental cue. I'm just like, I've been throwing nose down, so think about flipping your thumb. Or lately, my literal one right now is power transfer. That's all I think about is hitting the power transfer right now.
Paint the pole.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I totally need to give a shout out to Leon for bagging. Like 100% he's a bagger.
Yeah, Leon.
No. Most importantly, he found my fucking D1 out at Boundary Waters, and I couldn't be more appreciative. Thank you, Leon. You're the dude. You're my man.
I'm pretty
You're gonna save me so many strokes on the round. All right, back to putting. My tip for this week is, for me, putting is it should incorporate your disc golf mentality and sort of playing mindless. Like, you step up to the same putt, and it doesn't matter where you're at. If you're sitting straddle, if you're sitting 20 feet, if you're sitting 25 feet, if you're sitting 30 feet, you should step up to every putt and focus on the link you're going to hit or where you're going to hit in the basket. And it's not, I'm going to miss. Where am I going to miss to? It's, how am I going to put this into the basket? So for me, I step up to my putt. I visualize the line that the putter needs to fly in order for it to land safely into the basket. So say I need to throw an Anheuser putt, I'm going to visualize that Anheuser line to the basket. If I need to throw a Heiser line, I'm going to try to look for the Anheuser line and go for the no. If I see a Heiser line, I'm going to go for that Heiser line and try to visualize it and try to act how I'm going to throw that. And it's visualize an attack on putting. You see it, you feel it, you trust it. That's a golf term, SFT. People write that on their ball. I think I incorporated that in my disc golf game. It's see it, you feel it, you trust it. You see an Anheuser line, throw an Anheuser line, you should see results. And that's my tip, man. I can't stress it enough. Like, see your line, visualize your line, and trust that you have the mechanics to throw it on that line and hit it. And if you don't, then you need to be in your backyard putting until you can feel it and trust it. to where you step on a course and see it and you feel it and you trust it. Peace.
Nice.
Oh, there I am. I'm back. Sorry, guys. That was I had a little mess there. Little mess.
No, I think I can sign off on that, dude. I'm Austin Lytle, 56469. See it, feel it, trust it. Love you.
Hey, real quick, Ryan Freeman just Facebook messaged me. I've got a screen cap on our end that says Arcady beat. I'm sorry, Arcady wins, guys. That's over. That's yeah. People. It's the same minute. So I've got a thing that says 8:33, but I've got a thing it literally is Arcady. Somebody. Ryan.
That's how I read it on our thing. As long as Arcadia didn't vote twice, I read
No,
it
he did
on
not.
our screen.
First vote.
He was the first, and then as much as I'd love Ryan to win, he was the second.
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, that's unfortunately just what it is. So sorry. Oh, that's the beginning of last week. Good. Yeah, good. Cody, I'm Adam. I'm gonna probably get out of here. I think we're good. We kind of nailed it. Next week, I don't have a graphic, but we have a good guest next week, and you should absolutely tell the people who the guest is.
Well, you guys deleted my sign off, so I don't even have a good movie to sign off on now. But I thought of one, and it's
Okay.
perfect for next week. So next week we will have Central Coast Disc Golf on. I believe that is the plan. So be looking forward to next week. We've had Jomez on. So now we're going to have Central Coast Disc Golf on, maybe talk about a little rivalry situation, a little working together situation. And let's see here. Thanks for watching Invader Zim.